Hello. I didn't expect to come home from work and find a film crew in the kitchen. It must mean that it's obviously time to do some cooking. So what this is all about really is a guidance for guys. You may have noticed that I'm a little bit heavy set. Yeah, it's true. And I was talking to some of my very obese friends and they said, is anyone saying the word morbid to you any more than usual? And I said, no, not really. So what I've decided to do is put together some really quick cooking tips. I'm not a chef, that's job number one, and it's going to be painfully obvious that I'm not a chef. And also we're not here to make any money, so we're not going to be asking anyone to subscribe to anything, any plans. We're not selling anything. All it is here to do is to say you can actually make some really good nutritious meals for yourself being a larger gentleman. It's designed for those that think they can't cook and they don't have any cooking experience or even equipment. So we're going to show you that you can do really, really good food really quickly. We're going to attempt to do a really nice scrambled egg stroke omelette with some spinach, which is really nutritious and set you up for the day. So if you've ever been to work and then you've come home and thought you want a nice meal, like I've done, I thought that actually a breakfast would be a really, really good thing to do. So what you can see here, we've got some bits and pieces. We've got mint leaves, I've got some curry, some bay leaves. So the first thing you need to do is prepare your cooking area. So we just put all that in the bin and then we can get on with what we're actually here to do. If this goes horribly wrong, you can all go bugger yourselves because I've fallen over 3 times already. So what this is going to entail is, and I haven't even got a mixer, hold on, got me wire caught up there. 1 bowl to mix into. So all we're going to do, quite simply, is grab 2 eggs. Put them there so that my assistant Useless can...
Useless?
It's useless, that's what I said. Useless.
Yeah, I said useless.
Useless, that's what I said. Anyway, stop muscling on other people's YouTube channels. So we just crack the eggs. Nice and simple. 1, 2. If you're like me and you like salt but you're not allowed it, just a tiny little bit of salt. And all you do is a splash of milk, just enough to cover. So all you've got there is 2 little bits of egg yolk coming through. Then all we're going to do is whisk that mixture together. So far we've used absolutely no specialist equipment. You would probably, if you're used to noshing on takeaway like I was, you would probably have a fork and a measuring jug to put your beer into or to catch your tears. In reality, just to give you an idea of where I'm at, I've lost nearly 3.5 stone following this plan. I've probably got about another 3.5 stone still to go, but trust me, this does work. It keeps you full, it's nutritious, and as you're going to see, it's taken absolutely no effort to do this at all. Now, if you are going to get creative and go all Delia Smith on me, I will bitch slap you down. But you can add some mixed herbs or you can put pepper or anything that you want into the actual mix. I just prefer a pinch of salt, the milk and the eggs. The good news is if you're weight training or if you're doing anything within the gym, then this will be an excellent nutritional balanced breakfast to go to the gym on, and it will actually burn the calories for you as you're working out. High in protein, good on the fat, but very, very little in the way of carbohydrate. So all we're going to do, bang that into our microwave that I hope was actually clean. Then I'm going to go for 3 minutes and I'm going to check it after 2 minutes and then I'll check it again. While we're doing that, you may have thought, Gary, where is the spinach? So because it's a nice hot day, you know, it's the middle of May, we're all enjoying lockdown, I thought a nice appropriate Christmas plate would be good to serve onto. So all we're going to do is open the bag of spinach up. The spinach should cost you around about 90 pence. And we're just going to place that in the middle of our plate. And as you know, spinach is full of antitoxins. It's full of all the good stuff that you need and it won't make your pee smell. That we promise you. I normally go on to my app and I've inputted this in for myself. So I can see here that the 1 cup of spinach that I've used is 7 calories, and I've used a 2 large egg omelette for my meal. So when we go back and look onto that, you can see there it's actually 203 calories. Protein is excellent. You can see there it's about where we want it. Fibre, potassium, vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium and iron, and you can see there it's green. The saturated fat is absolutely superb. And you can see here that everything marked with a yellow is actually a low intake. So you're getting a really good meal with 14 and a little bit grams of protein, 14 grams of fat, and only 3.2 grams of carb, which for someone like me, I don't like moving around too much, although I'm pleased to say I have actually done 4,583 steps today. And this handy little app actually tells me how many calories I'm burning and what I can actually eat for the day. So if you do have Samsung Health on your phone, other apps are available. It's a really good tracker to know what you're eating. And we can see here, hopefully, that we have a nice fluffy omelette type substance. And I'm just going to put it straight over onto the spinach. And as it's been in the microwave, we're just going to leave that for 30 seconds. The beauty of this is actually that the heat of the eggs, as it's cooling down, will cook the spinach. And I like a nice, crisp, crunchy spinach rather than the horrible steamed stuff or the frozen stuff that you get. So really and truly, when you work this out, this meal is actually probably costing you less than £1. It's going to fill you up, and it's going to be part of a balanced, healthy eating program. So another variation, not everybody has eggs for breakfast. You may want to have a quick egg lunch. So what I've done with this one, it's essentially made exactly the same way. Instead of 3 minutes in the microwave, this is done for 4 minutes, because some people do prefer a more hard or harder cooked actual egg. So what I've done is just a little bit of a twist, is you've got some chili flakes on that, along with some mixed herbs, and that'll really just set the flavours off and just make lunch a little bit more interesting for you. So really and truly, when you're a larger guy and you're probably in your 40s like myself, you tend to find that eating becomes a lot harder, especially when you're cooking for one. You just feel as if you can't be bothered. So hopefully what I've shown you is that actually in under probably 4 or 5 minutes, you can make yourself a really good nutritionally balanced meal. It doesn't have to be hard work. It doesn't have to be a slog. You don't need all the gadgets and all the crap that people try and sell you either on Facebook, online, or wherever they're applying all these wonderful air fryers, George grills and all those type of things. Sometimes all you need is a fork and a jug and a couple of eggs to be healthy. You don't need a degree in cooking. You don't need time. The one thing that I found on my weight loss journey is that I was making excuses, and that was, I haven't got time, I can't cook, I haven't got, it's expensive. It's really not. If you follow these meal plans, and we'll follow up another one with some more egg recipes for you, you'll find that you can probably eat really well for between £3 and £5 a day if you're single and on your own. And as we develop, if we get anyone watching these videos, we'll start building up into more complex meals. Coming up on the screen will be our Twitter username, so we'll put that up. If you would like to send us a message asking us to modify your favourite meal or show you how to cook your favourite thing in a really healthy way. This works really well. But the one thing that you can't avoid is you are going to need to do exercise. I found again that jogging and those type of things was just too much impact on my big fat dad knees. So what I've done is I've invested in a really cheap second-hand exercise bike. You can pick them up for next to nothing on Marketplace and Fleabay and all those other places. And really what I now know is that I've got around about 200 calories on a plate. So if I can then have this, head to the gym, burn off them 200 calories, we can actually start making the meal work for us. Next time on the channel, we'll be having Dr. Justin Holmes on to talk a little bit more about nutrition, because again, I'm not a doctor and there's probably some legal things that I have to cover off at some stage, but I'm not going to bother today, because this is just one dad talking to other dads that want to see their kids grow up and get married, and you don't want to drop dead of a heart attack. So I shall see you next time. Stay fit, stay healthy, and stick with it.